Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Passion Project SMP. Now, I have a bit of a situation already right at the start of the episode, of course, since I am not good at technology, of course. I don't know what happened to my first recording of my intro and playing through some of the actual part of the episode, but my mic was completely off. So, we're retrying this. We're retrying it. I am so sorry for this situation. This is totally my bad, and I should be much more prepared, and I should know by now. I've been creating videos for a while, so I should really know by now. But today, let me do a little explaining before we get into the rest of the video. Today we will be making a magical tree for our nether portal. Our nether portal has sat outside for the longest time in the weather, just kind of sitting there, and it is one of the most important and useful objects in the Passion Project SMP since it is able to get me here and there from different places like the desert where I can go get a bunch of sand for our concrete, and I can actually visit mutations base much faster that way as well. So it is about time that we actually get started building something that will actually be a little bit of a suitable home for our nether portal. Now, I have actually gone through and built the whole thing already. So, I won't ruin the surprise on that because you guys will be able to see a little bit of a speed build. But in one of our prior videos that I had recorded that we lost the audio in, I actually went to the desert to gather more, not gather concrete, but to actually gather more sand for our concrete. So that's really all that you're missing, just me gathering sand, and I can show a little clip of me gathering all that sand right here. But as you can see, I did a lot of gathering for sand. I guess not a lot. I did a little chunk that I kind of got for myself. So that's that. Besides that, I will actually move on and show you some of the new features that we now have in the Passion Project SMP as well. So before I show you guys the speed build of me making partially of the tree in the speed build, that is also one of the things I wanted to tell you guys before we actually get to that. I had built this kind of partially beforehand because I wasn't sure if I was actually going to record me building it, just because it was kind of a tedious project and it was something that I have never really done myself. So you won't be able to see me build the trunk or a little section of the leaves, but I do most of the leaves on camera. So then you actually get to see more of the fun part of me actually shaping out the magical tree and making it magical, if you would say. But before I do that, let me show you what we have right behind here. So right here you can see I have added something. We already had this little area beforehand with our villager statues and this little market stall, but now I have added another cute little market stall that I found on Pinterest as inspiration, and I came to, changed it to be how I wanted it to. I added these signs just for, like, if I decide to put an actual villager in here, then I can label it. But that's that cute little market stall. I also found this cute little water pump on Pinterest as well. I thought it was very cute and I needed a use for oh, I needed a use for these pots. Oh, now we got the flow side. Yeah, so it actually has two different sides, as you can see, one side and the other side. I thought it was really cute and I had pottery shards, so I thought might as well. And then over here you can see this sad little bar that I did not finish. It will be finished soon. It'll be super cute. But now if we run over here, You can also see, I'm not sure if I've shown this fully in a video yet, but this is our beautiful little wheat windmill, or just the windmill in general. As you can see, there's something in the middle there that is supposed to be a magical gem that powers our windmill, even though, of course, the wind powers it. But we're gonna say that the magic gem powers it because I thought it was more fun and creative. And yeah, I thought it would be kind of interesting to add to the build, so that's what I did. On the inside here, you can see we have some automatic composters as well. I just put seeds in here, it starts to take them, and it creates it into bone meal down here. And as you can see, I got some bone meal in here. All the way at the top here, we literally just have empty space. Like, all of this is empty space. This is the gem. You can even go up through the gem. And it'll bring us up to the top here where we have even more ladders that go all the way up. So I have quite a bit of space in here that we need to fill in. I'm not sure what I'll put in there, but if you guys have any suggestions or comments on what we could put in there, let me know, because I'm absolutely baffled. I don't know what to put in here. I think it's a really cute build, but there's not much you can do in here. Now, besides our beautiful windmill, I have also added a new little villager house down there, as you can see. So if we come down here, oh wow, 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 fantastic, it's beautiful, we love it. You guys know the Azul Villa. This is just the place where I keep all of our villagers, have our librarians, our toolsmiths, we have a butcher, fishers, we have a Fletcher house, we have our cardiographers, our map people is what I call them, the map people. And then over here, we have a very, very special villager who has mending. And it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap. You're really cheap. Thank you so much. But now we actually have a easy way to get mending for our tools, which I am so happy. I have plenty of emeralds, so we can buy as many mending books as we need. I think I already have 7. I think I got 2 from mutation, and then I also bought 5 more from this villager. Although I probably will end up buying more, just because mending is such a great thing and I want it on all of my tools. So now, without further ado, I will get started on showing you guys the actual speed build, or the partial speed build of me making the magic tree. Let's get to it. hope you guys enjoyed that speed build. It's a little bit of a different situation than I usually do. Usually I just speed it up and you guys are able to see it in first person, but I was able to just use our recording software that we have. It's a mod. So I hope you enjoyed that, but this is our beautiful magical tree. I think it's gorgeous. I think that there's a lot more that we can definitely do. I know that I want to use, I can't exactly remember the warped, I think it's the warped nether block that's blue. I can't fully remember the name. I'm so sorry. That's so silly of me. I should know the name. I've been playing Minecraft for so many years now. But I definitely want to go to the nether and get some of that kind of tealish block to spread in there just for a little bit more texture. And then along with that, I was kind of thinking maybe I do incorporate some of the glazed terracotta that I've used in like these roofs into that as well, just because I know it would look good. But, we're just going to stick with this for now because that was quite a bit for me. That was a lot of work, actually. Yeah, it was a lot of work. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. But for now, what we're actually going to get started on is look at all of this little area behind us that is just completely bland. It's a sad, sad path. It's extremely sad. We need some beautiful decorations that actually lead up to our beautiful magic tree. So that's what we're going to get started on. We're going to do a little bit of decorating. Let's Alright, so one of the first things that I'm immediately thinking of is we have these beautiful little lanterns over here that I have created. Now, I know they're kind of bland, but I think they're perfect for our little world just because we don't want something that's going to take away from the actual main part, which is the path. So, what we're going to do is make some of these over here. I think I'm also going to grab some leaves. I'm not going to make a tree like that per se, but I'm going to grab some leaves and make some bushes. As you can see, I actually have a new resource pack on here, which makes our leaves look a little bit bushier. I'm in love with it. I think it looks like look at that. Look at how good that looks on there. And this tree, it looks fantastic. So that's why we will be using some of these bushy leaves so then we can actually make ourselves a beautiful little path. So we're gonna run inside and grab some lanterns. I think we need stone walls, some chains, and some, I can't fully remember. I think it's spruce gates. I think. I really hope so. We're gonna have to make some more lanterns as well. So I'm gonna make a crap ton of stuff just for decorating our pathway, and then I will be right back with you guys once I have done that. Alright, so the only issue that I came across while trying to collect all of our materials from our chest was the fact that I only have 5 oak leaves, and I have no oak trees planted. So what we're going to do is plant a little oak tree farm like so. I like to do 2 together so then they actually grow together and then I can break them at the same time because they're connected, and we have the tree chopping mod as well. It just makes it a lot easier and quicker for me to actually chop it all down. This way I can also hopefully not have any issues with, like chopping the leaves and then the wood not chopping down by itself, if that makes sense. I'm not sure why it does that, but it does. And it's really frustrating, but I guess it kind of makes sense. It's like a preventative measure for, like, let's say I accidentally break one of my logs on my house. It's not going to break all the logs on my house that way. So I guess it's good and bad in its own ways. So I take back, I retract my statement. So I'm just going to plant a little garden really quick. Okay, so I planted a good garden for now. We already have some of the trees growing, so I'm just gonna grab my shears. I'm just gonna start breaking some of these leaves off. I'm gonna leave a few just so then the wood actually still breaks down and I don't have to go back in and like chop it all down manually because that's kind of a pain in the butt. So we'll leave a little bit of leaves so then it actually still registers itself as a tree. Oh, and there we go. Okay, see that was enough. That was enough. Now I'm just gonna break down these trees because I might as well since they're all messed up. That way if any of the leaves got stuck on the top, it'll actually drop for me. And we get apples and more saplings, which we probably don't need, but you know, we'll have them just in case. So that's always great. Holy crap, these trees are growing as I'm planting them. Okay. I think I chopped down all the ugly trees that I sheared, so we should be good. I'll keep just a few saplings in my inventory. It's not the end of the world. But now we can actually get started on prettifying our path. So let's get to it. I have somewhat of an idea. Somewhat of an idea here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by doing these lanterns that I have over here. Except, what did I use? Oh, that's stone in there. I don't think it really matters whether I use stone or not. I know that I want to make some of these lanterns on this side as well, just so that it's actually symmetrical, but we'll leave that for when I'm actually done making the rest of the market stalls. Just so that we can figure out the positioning much easier. But for now, I think the lantern should go here. Yeah. And you know what? We'll use stone instead. Just so that it's not like totally completely off from the other ones. I could make stone bricks, but I'm just a little bit too lazy. And it'll be covered by the trapdoors, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll do this. We'll put our trapdoors all the way around. Add one of these. And now we'll switch out for our spruce. I'm gonna run over here and see how tall I actually make this. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth, yeah, okay, right? Yeah, and then we just use one chain, right? Okay. Goodness. I just want to double check and make sure I'm doing it right, because, like, if I'm not doing it right, then that's embarrassing. You guys are gonna call me out in my video, and I should know what I'm doing when I'm building. At least I think. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'll branch off. It is turning night, too. I should be good. Well, actually, monsters seem to spawn in my little magic tree for some reason, even though I've lit it up. Well, there's a lot of dark spots. So that's my bad. But I'll fix it once I have a pair of elytra that I can fly around easy. Do one there. So that's our cute little lantern. 1, 2. And then I'm going to grab out the andesite. 4. There we go. Okay. We'll branch these out. And I'm going to make them the same on this side. Okay. Yeah, that's cute. I definitely like that because it's symmetrical and it looks good. It just looks good. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. And then we Alright, so it is now daytime and we do have our lanterns here to the side. Now, what I'm going to get started on is making a few little rocks that we can just kind of, I don't know, just use as decoration, I guess. I think a good pathway needs a little bit of a scenery that you walk by as you go on the path. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna create a few little rocks here. And then maybe I use some of these leaves too around it and just kind of, I don't know, just kind of place them randomly. I really like how the leaves kind of stick out like this. I think it makes it look much better. So we're just gonna kind of go with the flow, I guess. You know, it's not gonna look the same on like mutation or dead dog screen, like I said before, but it'll look really pretty on our screen, and I think that's what matters. At least I hope. Maybe I convince them to put this resource pack on theirs as well, just so then they actually see my builds the way I see my builds. We need some bushes, and I feel like some bushes on the side of the tree would be cool, but I also worry that it's going to take away from the tree, and I don't want to do that. So maybe we just put a bush on this side, and then I'm going to leave this, like I said, for some cute decoration. Just do some random little bushes. Put some in the ground too, because if we put some in the ground, I think it looks a little bit better. Kind of makes it look like it was not really meant to grow on the tree, I guess. I don't know. I like it. I like how it's turning out though, so we're just gonna keep it how it is. The next thing I want to do, I think a little pond here would be really cute, actually. Maybe we put a little pond here. I'm gonna break it with my hand because I have nothing else. It's gonna start off as a little square, and then we're gonna build off of it and make it cute. So we'll just kind of get rid of this little part. Kind of round it out. Just into a random little shape. Because it's not going to be a very big pond, and we'll make it just a little bit deeper at the bottom here. Okay, so for this bottom part, I'm actually going to place one like that. And we're going to fill most of this in with sand. Okay, so we got that with sand. Now, I think I'll do like some random sand parts here. All right, just added a little bit more, and then we're gonna place some of these too, just like this, so then it has kind of a deeper shape. And now I'm gonna start placing in the water. Okay, so now we have the water placed in. I think I'm gonna add a little rock here too. Just a little rock there. Put some random lily pads, because why not? Some random little petals around, just because they're pretty. Now maybe this is where I start growing a little bit of moss right here. So I'll place that moss right there for now. I'm gonna do some moss over here too. We'll come back and actually place in, we'll come back with some bone meal as well. Just gonna put some random little lilacs around as well. And there we are. I think that is really cute. Now, the next step is actually grabbing some, we need some bone meal to grow the rest of that. I'm gonna keep these out really quick because we do need that. Put a little random pebble or two around here. I put that sugar cane down right there just to add a little bit extra touch. We're gonna bone meal this. Okay, it didn't take over onto our path, so that's good. We didn't want that. Now I'm just gonna bone meal some of the ground too. And I think that's good. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode because I really enjoyed making this tree. This tree is definitely one of my favorite projects that I have done on the SMP just because I can call it a magical tree because it is blue, as you can see. And it looks so good with the sunset in the background. Like, let's go into free cam. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It looks so great. And that beautiful sunset. That looks fantastic. That is going to be the end of today's episode, though. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching just as much as I enjoyed building it. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you made it here to the end, I hope to see you guys at the next episode. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.